Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk Chicago Bulls all day. Today we're going to be breaking down Matas Buzelis. Matas Buzelis was a college five-star recruit out of high school and was projected to be from Time's #1 pick to the top 3 to top 5 overall pick. He ultimately fell to number 11 to the Chicago Bulls. So that pops a question in my head, like, why did he fall to number 11? Is there something that we don't know that might cause him to be the bust of this draft? Or since he did fall to number 11, is he going to be the steal? In this video, we're going to be breaking down everything about Matas, and then his dimensions, his NBA draft combine measurements, his stats from all levels, his weaknesses, his strengths, and his overall fit with the Chicago Bulls. And what do we think? Do we think he's going to be a bust or a steal? All right, let's start with a little bit about Matas. He's from Chicago. He's 19 years old, turns 20 in October when the season starts. He's 6'10" out of the draft combine with shoes on. He measured out to be, which is pretty good in height. His weight is 209 pounds. I saw 197. I saw 204 on the internet. We're just gonna have to wait to training camp to see his weight. But needless to say, his weight, you can see looking at him that he needs to put on some muscle. And most rookies come into the league being pretty frail. So I just think with a diet and proper training, that he'll gain some weight throughout the years. So just like Julian Phillips, he came in like super skinny. You can see that he's putting on some muscle as well. His wingspan is also 6'10" as his height. You kind of want the wingspan to be a little bit larger than their height, but he's still 6'10", and he has really good instincts. It's never slowed him down at any level. He does pretty good. His standing reach is 8'9.5". His standing vert is 31. His max vert is 38. So the vert is what I get excited about, seeing a guy that tall jump that high and that athletic and that fast and that agile. I'm excited for the Bulls season to see how he operates, especially in transition where he makes his bread and butter. Okay, so let's break down some stats. In high school, he didn't do so well on the stats, but people tend to recruit guys for like the raw talent, the coachability, seeing like stuff like that. But he did average like measly numbers. So 15.7 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, 54% from the field, 42% from three, and 80% from the free throw. So the shooting looked there. He is competing against high school players. I'm not going to read too much into the high school numbers here, but you can see that he has some kind of feel. But the points and the rebounds, I think being a top recruit, he would have higher numbers. That being said, we don't have too much information from his high school. G League, we do have a better sample size. He played 26 games in the G League, averaged about 32 minutes per game, 14.3 points per game, 5.9 rebounds per game, 45% from the field, 27% from the three-point line. Free throw, he was 67.9% off 2.2 free throw attempts. His assists are 1.9, personal fouls are 2.6, blocks are 2.1, and steals are 0.9. So these numbers are not skyrocketing either. They're not like crazy eyesores where you stick out like, oh man, this guy is good. He did take a backseat a lot. I saw that to Holland. Like, he kind of passed up a lot, but especially when his shots weren't falling, he disappeared. So I think that kind of affected his points. Everybody on the G League night wasn't great, and it was kind of like just ball hogging, no ball movements. It wasn't the best watch in my point of view. So he did average 14.3 points per game and with almost 6 rebounds off 45% from the field. It's not terrible. His three-point shooting, though, did not look good. His free throw did not look good. There's no excuse for that one, his free throw. I would like to see him do like he did in the Summer League and get to the free throw line a lot more. That being said, in Summer League, his 5 games played, he averaged 16.4 points per game, off 33% from the field, which is not great. 21.4 from the three-point line, which is not great. 74.1% from the free throw, which is not great. But what is great is the 2 blocks and 2 steals per game. So his points, I saw him score. Everybody saw him score. Like he could score in bunches, and he could also struggle too. But he ultimately, you saw what he brought in the summer league, his potential, his energy, and the thing I liked the most about summer league was his defensive instincts, his defensive intensity. No matter if it was shot was falling or not, he did not give up on the defense end, which was kind of nice. Okay, so moving on to his weaknesses, let's talk about his strength. That comes, like I said earlier, about being a rookie and being also 19, turned 20 years old. He's not going to have so much muscle on, and he's not coming in the league like LeBron James or Shaq. He's very thin, and he's going to continue to work. So I don't see his strength being an issue, but I do like him to improve that. If he improved his strength, he probably won't be going away from contact as much as he does when he goes to the hole. So more strength means that he's going to finish and finish some 3-point plays. That we could get to the free throw line more. Another thing is fouling. Fouling is good and bad in my point of view, because the guy's aggressive on defense, and all the best defenders get fouls, but he does foul a little bit too much. So if he could improve a little bit, rookies tend to foul a lot. They end up calling fouls on rookies more than the other guys as well. So I could see being in foul trouble if he gets some minutes, a real thing for Matas. All right, so next thing we're going to talk about is playmaking. He doesn't average much assists per game at any level, and that's alarming. But when you watch him play, he's very aggressive. He has like the type 8 personality on the court. Like he's alpha on the court. He wants the ball and he wants to score. Like that's his mentality. He's a score first kind of player. I would like to see his assist numbers go up, assist to turnover ratio go up. And I think like throughout the system, he's gonna excel in, and we will see his assist rise. I talked about finishing through contact. That goes with strength. I think finishing through contact is huge in the NBA. It will be for Matas Buzelis since he likes driving the ball. He forces shots up when he doesn't have a driving lane, or he's in the paint and he feels like he needs to keep going. He doesn't kick out. It's also improve his assist if he kicks the ball out more. Doesn't force the shots up. He picks up the ball way too early. In the G League, I was watching him like grab the ball and like take a couple dribbles and hold the ball. Like he needs to keep the ball alive, keep dribbling, and he struggles with that a lot. And then he ends up forcing shots because he doesn't have his dribble life. He loses the ball all the time when he endures contact. He's very turnover thing. I think that also comes with strength as well. And then when his shot is not falling, the biggest weakness to me is that this dude disappears. Like when his shot doesn't fall, he disappears. I think we need to improve on that. I think at the NBA level, we saw in the summer league he didn't disappear, but in the G League he disappeared when his shot was not falling. All right, let's go to strengths. Let's talk about what I like the most about him. In transition, that dude could flat out be a weapon for the Chicago Bulls. He moves well, like down the court. He moves well with his left hand, fast pace. Change of pace. He does really good. He can stop on a dime as well. He's very agile for his height. His motor is high, especially when his shot is going down or he's doing good. You see his motor increase. Aggressiveness, he's super aggressive. Shooting right height over defender, that one to me is great for him. So once he gets a faster release, I think like shooting over the defender is gonna be cake. Like Durant, like I'm not comparing him to Durant, but Durant, he gets his shot off right over guys all the time. He gets to his spots, shoots. They don't affect his shot because he's so damn tall. So same thing with Matas. He's so tall. So if he could get that shot sped up, it's gonna be good. Another strength to me is he's a jack of all trades. He could do everything, but he just doesn't do everything like at an expert level yet, which time will tell. Duncan, that dude tries to dunk everything. Athleticism, he's super athletic. That's why the Bulls drafted him. I think the Bulls were surprised that he came to number 11, but at the same time, this is the type of players Billy Donovan likes, and also AK. Long, agile, athletic players. He's definitely athletic. His defensive instincts, Billy Donovan style, he has really good defensive instincts. I think he'll fit really good with the Bulls from there. in that aspect alone. He plays his role. So in the G League, his role kind of sometimes was second fiddle, and he accepted that. We have that issue on the Bulls with DeMar DeRozan being number one. Zach LaVine didn't want to accept his role or didn't even know his role. So, with Matas, I don't see that being a problem. Getting to the line, he could get to the line. I saw the stats, right, and they're low sometimes in the free throw attempts. You want them to be higher, but the summer league, man, when he's aggressive, he could get to the line anytime he wants, and we saw that if he wants to observe that contact. And his confidence is through the roof. The dude works like he's the best player on the floor. He wants to be the best player overall, and he's a star. Like, he has this mentality. I love that confidence of him, and I hope we see that confidence keep growing, and he turns into a great player. And he's a hard worker as well. When he, like I told you, he disappears, and I think that's weakness. But like when he's engaged, he's a hard worker, and then he's also a hard worker off the court as well, like training and everything. So I think we don't have much problems with this type of mentality. That's another thing AK strives for. You look at Io, Kobe, the people that they have along. Patrick Williams, I don't know about Patrick Williams as much, but the thing about Patrick Williams is he does work hard on the off season. It's not showcased everywhere, but he's constantly out in training and stuff. Last couple of years he was with DeMar. This last year, he's trained in rehab to get back to healthy. So he is a hard worker. Okay, so then let's break down his potential with the Chicago Bulls. I think he's an amazing fit for Chicago Bulls. I think Billy Donovan type of player. I think he's going to get minutes, just like P. Will did. P. Will got minutes because he was picked number 4 by this regime. So you don't think this guy's not going to be playing? I think he's going to be playing. And also, they've been saying about development and letting the young guys get a chance. I think this guy's going to get at least 20 minutes per game. And I think he's going to show out, man. I think he's going to show out. His fit is great. He's a slasher. Right now, he can shoot 2, and the best shot that he has is the 3-point from the 3 is corner threes, like majority of the people. But Billy Donovan's system with power forwards, he has the power forwards sit in those corners, and then the corners they also start cutting to the free throw line, or they cut baseline for the easy dunk. So he fits into that role. He can shoot threes from the corner, and he could also dunk the ball with the best of them. And with Josh Giddey and then also Zoe passing the ball and seeing him and always having their eyes up, this dude is going to excel. They're going to make him better. And Matas is no slouch on the dunking, so we're going to have some nice plays come. I see it. Okay, so do we think he's a bust or a steal of the draft? To me, I see so much potential for him to be a bust. I don't know how he got to number 11. I don't see why people passed on him, especially after Summer League. Oh my goodness. I watched every game of the G League, and I saw a player that was going to be drafted in the top 3, and then he fell to number 11. The potential is there. I don't know why people passed on him, but the Bulls got him. The Bulls got lucky. I think what the Bulls are doing with development is great. They're getting people with experience, starting experience. They've been in the league for a few years, but they're also so young and so raw still that we have upside like crazy. But this guy, he's got 1 year professionally in the G League. That's the 3rd best league in the world to me. So he's got some experience as well. So I like what the Bulls are doing. I don't see the Bulls actually being bad next year. Like everyone is predicting like 20 wins, 25 wins. I can see them pretty much being what they were last year. With DeMar DeRozan gone, there's going to be more ball movement. With Zach LaVine probably not playing heavy minutes, like 35 minutes again, I could see more, time for other people and more opportunity. Kobe taking a step up. Zoe being healthy. And Josh Giddey. I love that guy. I'm going to do a video on Josh as well coming up next. We'll break down everything that he's been doing. But for now, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, or don't. It's okay. I'll see you guys next time.